Hi, welcome. I'm Mary and I hook books. I crochet things inspired by books, and it is Texas in June, the end of June, almost July, and it is 95 degrees outside. So I apologize if you can hear my air conditioner. I have the air conditioner and fans going all the time because I am not meant for this heat. I have some cute books to talk to you about, but as I always tell my students, you never fail if you learn. And this blog has a lot of learning. It also has some religious themes and where's your nose? There's your nose. A Halloween bride. So let's go. Mayhem at the Halloween Wedding. This is the sequel to Chaos at the Lazy Bones bookstore, bookshop, and obviously we have a wedding around Halloween. We have a bridesmaid party or a bachelorette party, and also the Halloween parade. There is an explosion at the parade. One of the bridesmaids doesn't make it out, and Bailey, our bookshop owner, and her dog Jack Skellington have to figure out what happened, who did it. One of their friends is suspected, so of course we have to figure out why it's not our friend, obviously. And I liked the plot of this. The style of writing was a little exposition dump heavy as opposed to showing things through action, and at I think the 70% mark there was an extended flashback that I was so bored I almost DNF'd the book. I I don't know, there's a third one coming out or it just came out. I may or may not. I see potential in this series, and I really liked the first one, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue, and this was disappointing mostly because of the writing style. I think if it had gotten edited a little bit more, it might have bumped it from, I gave it a 2.75, it might have bumped it up to something I would enjoy a bit more.
Softly to the leaving, I see a flame inside me shining on speeds of...
Hopefully my AC turns off here in a minute, but it is June in Texas and it is shaping up to be a really rough summer, so I'm sorry if there's a little bit of noise in the background. I am sorry about a lot of things right now. I had a really great month as far as DNFs in May. I hardly put anything down. I liked almost everything I picked up. So far this week, I have DNF'd 4, I think. So the first one that I can think about is the Dorians, and I didn't know what this was about. I just knew it was Nick Cutter, and I really liked the troupe, and there was another one that was like Undersea that I really enjoyed from him. And so I got this, and I had heard people not really liking it as much, and I have to agree. I got 25 or 30% in, and like one interesting thing had happened. There were a lot of flashbacks and men thinking about their old man junk or talking about their old man junk. So I wasn't interested, it wasn't gripping me, and it was just dragging. I think the concept was kind of cool. It reminded me of, oh shoot, what was that one from the 80s? Cocoon. Or I think it's Ad Vita is a Netflix show from Portugal, Colombia, about how jellyfish can make people immortal in the future. So it had those vibes, but the pacing was very slow, and then when like one interesting thing would happen, it would slow back down. So I had to put that down. Another one I'm disappointed in is the serial killer support group. This I really feel like has potential, and maybe it's just me. The main character was a little too relatable and sad, and I don't want to be relating to sad. If I wanted to be sad, I would watch the news. It also, like, I know you have to suspend disbelief, but it seemed a little too easy to infiltrate this group that the FBI couldn't even infiltrate. So this I've heard good things about, and if it sounds interesting, I would recommend it, but it's just not for me right now. I am especially sad about putting down We Burned So Bright. This sounds right up my alley. TJ Klune has written a couple 4.5 or 5-star books for me that I have just loved, and this is 2 older gay men at the end of the world. That sounds so me. But the way it was written, or the way it was reading, sounded more like a straight up horror, not so much a cozy, like, end of the world. I know it's a weird, but it exists, trust me. And TJ Klune has done it several times, as has Becky Chambers. So it was horror, and I am not going to TJ Klune for horror. I needed a cozy. The last one I think I put down, no, the second to last. I DNF'd a lot this week. I put down Fiend by Alma Katsu. I read The Hunger by her, and it was fine. And I think I've DNF'd everything else I've picked up from her. This one is about basically the Sacklers and the opioid epidemic, but the writing was very overdone, and it was just repetitive. Oh, if they knew the family secret. Only I and my father can know the secret. The mysterious secret. No one can know our secret. I wish I knew the secrets, but you cannot know the secrets. So it was pounding that constantly. So I think I put this one down at about 20%. The writing was not jiving for me. And the real last one that I put down this week is Relic by Alan Dean Foster. And is this classic? Is this like modern classic? I don't know. 15-20 years ago, I didn't care so much about plot or characters. Just give me a cool idea and I am in it for the long haul. But that's not me now. Me, I need character. I need plot. And this main character is the last human left. There's been an epidemic and it got to everyone on all the planets that humanity had colonized. And now there's an alien race who found this one dude who magically survived, and they want to clone him and bring back his species. And he says, like, he rations his smiles because he never knows when it's going to be humanity's last one. And I would do the opposite. If I thought I would be the last smile of the human race, I would be smiling all the time because you never know when it'll be the last time. And just in general, I didn't like him. He was kind of cranky and annoying, and that might have been for character growth, but like I was not in the mood. And the aliens are cool. I love non-humanoid aliens, but it just was very slow and dry, and that's not my style anymore. So after all of those DNFs, I really needed something campy and fun and that I would probably finish. Enter zombies. I picked up Invasion, which is the 7th in the Robert Kirkman J. Bonansinga. I will put his name on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head. In that collaboration novel series, this follows after the fall of the governor and what happened to Woodbury, which is super cool, interesting idea. Some of these are better than others, but I enjoyed this one. It was very high octane. Explosions, car chases, like it had a lot. And of course, zombies. So it was nothing amazing, but it was fun enough to get me out of kind of a reading slump. So, victory. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you are staying cool or warm, whatever your weather is in your part of the world. I want to know, are you making anything? Are you going to pick up any of these books? Are there any books that you're like, no, you should not have DNF'd. You need to finish this one. Let me know, because sometimes that does happen. Not often, but it does. Let me know if you're gonna pick up any cozy mysteries or horrors. Summerween is about to start, so if you have any recommendations for that, please let me know. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And as always, shoulders back, heads up, and